So Ross tells the ladies, don't nobody F with his wife. Kandi tells Marlo, you can keep your sorry ass apologies. And Drew tears her Achilles again. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. My name is Cynthia, aka CFlow, and welcome to my channel. Before we begin, please subscribe to my little channel, like this video, and share if you must. So, today we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 14, season 14, episode 14, Montego Baes. So, we start off with Sheree and Sonya meeting in the lobby, showing her body, yada, yada. Everyone's on there. Where Sonya's basically waiting on everyone to come to the lobby because they're taking a bus to Kingston, where she's from, and they're gonna see some sights and all that good stuff. And she's gonna take them to a stadium. To which we find out that there's going to be a race between Marlo and Drew. Now, how that happened, I have no idea. Well, Drew did say she was a little track star, is what she said. I think the name of her little mascot name or whatever the team name was Olympians or something. So I guess she thinks she's an Olympic track star like Sonya, but we all know that ain't the case. Okay. Sonya says, Kandi says she's pretty much done with Marlo. She was talking to Todd. Todd says Marlo seems to be insecure about a lot of stuff. And I agree because it's her insecurities that's causing her to start beefing with everybody. It's just out of control at this point. They head to Kingston. They go to where Sonya grew up, her home. She sees her aunt, and they like I said, head to the stadium for this race. Sonya was nice and gave Drew an official Olympic uniform, which Drew was kind of shading it. And I felt like that was kind of ungrateful of her. She didn't have to do that. Okay. She probably did it because you said you were a track star. All right. Um, Now, another thing about Drew is she was getting annoyed about Sonya talking about her Olympic this and Olympic that. Listen, if I had all those accolades, you best believe I'm going to talk about it. Okay. She's just hating. On the bus, Marlo apologizes to Ralph. And the producers ask Kandi in the confessional, do you feel like Marlo should apologize to her? To which Kandi said, I don't give a who she apologized to. I don't want to see her, listen to her, look at her. Basically, I don't even want to hear her breathe. So Kandi is really through. And that's the one thing I like about Kandi. She really don't start stuff, but if you start it, she will definitely try to finish it. And she's been doing a very good job with trying to finish it with Marlo for sure. Let's see. Oh yeah, so they have been waiting on the bus because they were supposed to leave at 8 a.m. But Kenya is nowhere to be found. They call Kenya. Kenya's like, okay, she's going to try and hurry up and come. Kandi mentions that Kenya felt like she was being rushed. But the next thing you know, the cameraman show Kenya taking pictures of the ocean from her balcony, all this other stuff. So 40 minutes later, while they were still waiting for Kenya, Sonya texts Kenya and said, look, we got to bounce. And Kenya basically texts back, well, do what you got to do. They arrive at the stadium, and then Kenya shows up. I guess she took a cab or something. So Sonya and Kenya goes to the side, and Sonya says, why couldn't you be on time for her? Kenya talks about how she has been kind of rough. She's had a conversation with Brooklyn, and Brooklyn doesn't want to see her dad. And then Kenya starts crying a little bit, talking about how the divorce has been hard. But Sonya feels like Kenya is using the divorce as an excuse because she always brings it up. They head to the track. Marlo tries to talk to Kandi. Kandi tells her, don't talk to me. I don't want your bullshit. It's basically what she said. She says, and then Marlo was like, well, I want to apologize to you or something like that. And Candy's like, keep your MF and apologies. Sonya decides to take off her shoes and see how fast she is these days. and asks them to time her. And she ran, I think, 100 meters in 6 seconds or something like that. Pretty impressive. Now they get ready for the headlining race. And Marlo goes to the restroom. I think Marlo and Drew go to the restroom. Drew changes into the official uniform that she was bitching about, or not really thankful for. Um, and then Marlo comes out in her underwear and starts running. So then, well, she didn't start running, but that's what she's going to be running in. So the ladies, all the other ladies, decide to start taking bets. And I don't remember who said who they were going to bet on or whatever. But so they run the race. It was very close, but Marlo wins by like a nose, as they say. And then Drew kind of turns around kind of oddly and falls. And we find out later that she ruptured her Achilles, and she knew it. And then Kenya, okay, so they go to some ice cream place that's supposed to be famous, and it's also a hall, and that's where Sonya's parents got married, yada, yada, yada. Sonya invites Sheree and Kenya to go with her the next morning to the iFit filming. Kandi, and then when they get back to the hotel, so the next morning, sorry, Kenya and Sheree misses the iFit bus, and they feel like Sonya uninvited them, which I'm trying to understand where they got that from. Kandi visits the same morning. She visits Drew to see how she's doing, and then she asks Drew to do lines with her because I think Kandi had an upcoming audition or some acting gig. Drew starts talking about her methodology of acting and preparing and reading scripts, and Kandi was bored to death. Like, come on, girl, I ain't come here for that. So since Sheree and Kenya miss the iFit bus, they go on the catamaran excursion. I think the only person that didn't go was Kandi because she had an audition. On the catamaran, they had a ball. Like, Kenya was a plum fool, grabbing the mic, pretending like she's Sonya. They're dancing, just having a good A time. I was here for it. Monyetta asked Sheree how Sheree is going, and Sheree says she's putting together a presentation that's gonna happen in 3 weeks. Kenya's like, I can model for you. So Sheree's like, go on and show me your walk. And of course, it was a crazy, funny walk. And then Monyetta, I guess she wanted to get in on and started twerking and carrying on. It was out of control. So Sheree was basically like, Kenya, she said in confessional, Kenya's video vixen days are over. She's looking for some people who are classy. I thought that was funny. So later on that night, Marlo and Sheree run into Sonya in the lobby. So I think they're getting ready to go on the bus for dinner or something. And Sheree tells Sonya that she is mad because of the uninvite. Sheree says she was in the lobby at 9:30. So Sonya says she's not here for that right now. They're not going to do this discussion. And explains that she lost her phone as well. Then they decide to agree to disagree. But you can tell Sonya is annoyed. She's probably tired from all that filming, and she ain't for the shits right now. Yeah. Okay. So then Kandi asked Ralph to read an excerpt from his book. He reads it. It was pretty nice, pretty cool. Drew, everyone loved it. Drew was kind of fighting back tears. And then she said in confessional that they will table the adoption conversation for now. Sheree tells Kenya that Sonya mentioned that she was not happy that they didn't show up. Kenya says she was upset that she was on time. Sonya said she basically told Kenya, because they start getting into it, you could have taken a cab like you did the other day to the stadium, which is true. And then Sheree pipes in and says she feels uninvited. But then Ross pops up and says, don't nobody fuck with my wife. That's basically what he said. So that's really about it. It was a pretty cool episode. The only thing that was eventful is a little bit toward the end. when Sonya was getting into it with Sheree and Kenya, and Kandi telling Marlo, because there was one point I might have missed that they were on the bus and Marlo was trying to talk to Kandi, talking about, did you see? Yeah, I missed that part. Did you see Portia's post or something like that? And Kandi wasn't responding, and Marlo was like, I'm trying to talk to you or something like that. And Kandi was like, F you, uh, don't talk to me. You keep your sorry apologies, which I think I said that earlier. And she was not here for it. It was yeah, Candy's done. You can just tell she's done. So let me know in the comments how you felt about this episode. Please remember to subscribe and like this channel. Until next time, peace.